Let's get on with it.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation during the class.
Yeah, we don't need that. We've done quite a bit of them already.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet.
Never seen the gorilla? Ah, he's kind of cool looking.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Yeah,
Don't
finally.
say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Yes, you are. You just admitted already.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Hold on. I want to see something really quick. Okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm not gonna say that I like spoiled everything, but I did start up this chapter really fast just to see Gundam's portrait and Nagito's portrait. And his portrait is a little different when, you know, usually murderers and killers have, you know, different things, so I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I would have saw it right there anyway. Alright, I have no idea where to start on this one. This one's gonna be quite the doozy.
Killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
I mean, everyone X is slightly different, but like, whoever kills somebody is way different than everybody else's, so
Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
that's kind of my point.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
I mean, weren't they?
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by
Why is the
torturing him?
Monokuma plushie on here twice?
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body was covered with...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to...
God, I have no idea where to start on this one.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the sec is whoever found the bomb first.
I mean, that was one of my theories. Like, how he did it to himself, I have no idea, but even if he did, I believe Nagito be messed up enough to do something like that. Let's see, torture wounds, survival knife. What else do I have again?
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by
Oil
coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Because he's crazy, that's why. And by, like, killing himself, I mean, like how he's saying he's willing to die for hope or despair or whatever. Like, that's kind of a way of killing yourself.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing...
The reason Nagito's body was covered...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the sec is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagi. I'm telling you, they were...
I'm just gonna go out on a limb
Because
here.
the killer tortured...
Alright.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, got it.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared. Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Okay. What
Like you
is it?
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Damn it.
Crap! Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him... Damn it!
Oh.
Like you said, Nagito's mouth, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
Yeah.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
He's
how
annoying.
is he supposed to answer anything?
Stupid.
Pay attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Ah.
Crap!
Hold
Pay
on.
attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the... Then, after they killed him... Damn it!
Shit. God, I wish I could just, like, see the evidence for these before, like, fucking... Okay, what is he got killed by?
obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, he obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information, and then, after they killed him... Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct-taped his mouth shut. Like you said, Nagito's mouth, he obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bombs. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Like you said, Nagito's mouth was... He obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information, and then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yes, because the tape had crinkles in it.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Yeah, for real.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
That's what I was trying to get at.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Sorry, I don't have
Perhaps the duct
time
tape
for
was
poor
used so he
people.
wouldn't be able to scream.
This game isn't the same without Robot 9000.
And it's like I said
know,
at the
man.
beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Yeah, what's up, Atomic? Thanks for the bit, by the way.
Are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Can't think of any other reason.
But
So
who could have
insane.
done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse. Yeah, And right after I opened the
Whoa,
warehouse
whoa, whoa,
door,
whoa, 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 whoa!
flames started burning from the very back. Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
Killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until
From Mario
now,
Kart 64.
we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Okay. Reason for the fire. I'm gonna guess the... We'll start with this first, I
The
guess.
direct cause of the fire was
God, I have like no health.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
That's correct, probably.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
It could
Based on
happen.
the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter. The direct cause of...
Is it even... Oh, in the door? Okay, yeah, that makes
The
sense.
oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Let's see.
The killer used some kind. He lit the curtain on fire with the light.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised...
They probably just threw the lighter. Based on the shape of that, it can stand upright while...
If they tipped over the, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
There we go.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
Yes.
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Oh. The music?
I see!
Yes.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Mr. Deduction,
But those
you know
sounds
it.
weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, I remember. It wasn't that long ago.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Damn it.
Crap!
Hanging on by a thread.
I see!
I kind of felt like that was the right one. I just wanted to be
The
stupid.
panel was
That's
so
my
close to
excuse.
the door that it could barely be opened. The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Nagito?
Hajime? What do you mean?
Wait, who? It had to be Nagito, right?
This is my answer!
Yeah, okay. I'm just like, what?
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim, and he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
No, I'm good.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously...
Tying just the legs is tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Damn it. Well, we'll have to start this over. This one's definitely a tricky one.
This is my...
Yeah.
We will never give up!
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the burned rope too. I was just thinking, like, using the torture wounds, like,
To
proof that he
actually tie
wasn't
up
by
your own
himself.
arms
I
and
don't know.
legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is... Tying both arms would be
Oops.
impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Alright.
No, that's wrong! Hold on a second. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Who do
That's
I think
definitely
did it?
wrong.
I have no idea right now.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Akane's stupid.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Yeah, it's probably this somehow.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Ah, it really wasn't that.
It's wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if Nagito's
Thought he,
right
like,
hand was free, how
placed
could he
it on
stab his
top or
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand?
Let's
Is he
see.
a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped and slammed his right hand. Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
I mean, his other hand is free. It doesn't have any blood on it.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife and slammed his right hand down. Propped it up. If he just propped, he could have used his...
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easy. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Oh, I
could he
can't get
stab his
these
hand
ones?
that way? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow
Oh, yeah.
and slammed his right hand down on it? Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, How could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife and lit the knife, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throw knife expert? Maybe he prepped the knife somehow?
There we go.
I agree with that.
I do agree with that. That makes sense. Like you
A
would.
life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Finally. Bitch. Don't you finally me?
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie.
Just
so
gotta
he
give me a
passed it
little
out
hint
toward the fire's
sometimes.
origin point.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
No, there's no way.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Damn it! Don't make
Like
me.
I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick,
Oh
you would
my,
die
how
instantly.
lewd!
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Wink.
Like she
What's
said,
up, Vortex?
in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
I'm starting to think that the spear didn't kill him at all. Like, he had himself tied up so the spear could fall on him. That's what I'm thinking.
Everyone working together.
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
Or maybe he used his idol guys have
Hold on, I don't even want to hear the rest of it. I already figured it out.
How did Nagito... Let's work together. When the spear stuck, his right hand was...
He was only able to move his left,
But his left hand was also tied up.
and that rules out his left hand.
There.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Yeah, I saw the new Mania Plus.
Why?
Pretty cool.
I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered. That's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Phew.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain. What's wrong with that?
We might need
Yeah,
to think and use
it's
our
pretty cool.
imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Ooh, thank you.
I see!
Got it.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Thank you.
That's why
for the
there's such a
bless.
strange looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The cord.
I see!
just try to think of the name for
That's
it.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily. It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
She is being really quiet.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Can I just buy a Val instead of doing this stupid stuff? I hate this. Oh, okay, it's this. Alright, good. This one's fine. My jump is supposed to be, like, way better. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's super high now. Good. Alright, left click to jump. Alright. Shit. Come on. Where was the spear? Above him. I know this one. I know this. This is gonna be right. Boom. Alright. Oh, whoa, it's a moving little boys. Alright, there we go, we're good. Alright. Whoa, ah! Alright, let's just go over here. Okay, besides the spear, what else was above him? The ceiling girder. Easy. I mean, technically the ceiling girders are correct, but this is more correct. Shit. God damn it. These things have, like, no consistent pattern. They just move wherever the hell they want. Okay. Spear's cord. Or wait. Yeah. Or wait. What connects both the spear? Oh, his left hand. Yeah, the rope, right? Or no, not the rope. I meant the cords. I got confused. I got the wording confused. The spear's cord. Okay, I meant that like as the rope. There we go.
It's all coming together.
No, that is what it means. I know, and I did almost cheese. I bet I could
The
have
spear impaled
if I was ready
Nagito as
for
he
it,
was laying
because I did
face
increase
up.
my jump.
It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
I don't know. I feel like we're solving this case a little too easy now.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP? That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Oh, yeah.
The blood on the cord probably
From the
rubbed
hand
off on the
part.
ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
For real?
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
I mean, he is crazy.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Was. Is that really it, though?
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
'Cause
If he
he's
had no
crazy.
qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
That's
The bomb
Nagito.
scare was part of the strategy
Laugh
behind
track.
this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not
For
that
real?
unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's probably just my imagination.
I don't know.
What a douche!
There's one thing I'm thinking about. For once, she's right, yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
This?
crap!
Oops. This?
Crap!
This?
I see!
There we go. Alright. It's true.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Is it the time of death? Find the file? Yeah. God, I hate letters. Yeah, That has to be time of death.
You need proper punishment.
Oh no, not time. Oh, cause. Oh, what am I doing? C-A-U-S-E... Fuck, there's so many effing letters. No, what am I doing? Shit. No, it's the wrong button! No! Oh my... Oh my god. Are you serious?
God, this is so effing stupid! Damn it!
It is. I hate letters. Alright, let's try that again.
We will never give up.
Yeah, they had like 8 hours for my life bar to fill up. Alright, cause of death. C. C. A. No, fuck off. Shit. No. No, fuck me. No, fuck. Oh, damn it, I thought I... Shit. It's too many letters. Where's a T? There, Jesus Christ.
I got it. In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh, finally! Oh, go to hell. Did you see how many letters there were?
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death. But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Yeah, I'm on the hardest difficulty.
Well, Monokuma...
That's where it really kicked my ass.
I plead the fifth! Here he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Yeah, it's true at the time.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
It's true.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe. You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying.
I have
You
to
guys say
agree.
you're doing it. There's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Quit effing around!
Splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Nagito is dead. The crazy one with the white hair. That guy.
No, no!
Yeah, the ultimate breeder's dead. All the fun characters are dead already. I just got like the annoying characters and the I don't know. And the I don't know. Chiaki's okay. I don't know, I'm just not really into her, I guess. Enough of that. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can.
Quit calling
I'm
Soda
gonna show
Pink
that dog
Ryuji.
a fearsome retaliation.
Ryuji's way cooler than Soda. Soda's stinky.
That's basically it.
So
Making
if
me
we're working
read right
together,
now.
where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
Carbonated pink lemonade. Alright, thank you.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds,
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Poison's one thing I could think of. Goth GF killed those two. Or not Goth GF. Nurse GF.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand. It's not the other wounds, right? With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death. Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
That's probably...
If it's something that can't
No.
be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Shit.
Crap!
Fuck, again? God, I swear I'm taking more damage on this one than the other one. I'm getting like a Z grade for this one.
We will never give up!
Let us
Hold on. Nurse GF. Yeah. I'm thinking this special poison was part of the smoke, which is why Monokuma kicked them all out of the thing, so it wouldn't kill them all. So that would break the rules.
it's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he... Was the cause of death something...
If it's something that can't be, maybe he choked himself with a or liquefied his guts with a body.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a different...
It's not the knife in his right. It's not the other wounds.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death. Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
No! Get this out of here! There we go.
I agree with that.
I do agree with that.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Also, now that I think about it, every other thing, I'm pretty sure anyway, all the other ones for the cause of death always mention there's no poisoning.
Poison?
I'm pretty sure.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all. If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
Didn't drink it.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's
didn't
no way
drink
he could
it.
have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Yes.
Hell
I
no.
know.
matter
I
how
know
you
what it
slice
is.
He was totally killed
Tag
by
me.
that spear.
Tag me. Come on. I know what it
Since
is.
we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Maybe they threw the fire grenades. You're really gonna make me do this? Alright, whatever. That's fine. I know what it is. Alright, come on. Let's go. Oh shit. What was the state of the poison? Ooh. Gas. Yeah. Because you couldn't have drank it. It had to be gas. Yeah. That's what it has to be. Yep. It was tricking me for a second. Shit. Why do they gotta just show up like that? Oh, piss off. Why gotta be like that? You gotta be so rude. Whoa! Oh. Easy boy. Shit, I wish I went the other way. Oh, I almost didn't make that. Got the poison through his nose. my Rick and Morty quotes right now. Oh. There's only 2. Okay.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Yeah. Hold on. I need my Smart Boy snacks.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
It was the Sonic special stage.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse.
God,
Thanks to
Matsu.
those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label. Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers! Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
There might have been an accomplice. Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Container.
I see!
The meat on the bone.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
I almost wish I picked that one.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Yeah, maybe it was hidden in one of those.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just two...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito suicide, we're
It was
trying to
the
take
blood,
the easy way out so we
I
don't hurt
think.
anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe
Who's
the
dead on
container
the
was hiding
inside?
with the fire grenade fragments.
See, that's what I said. Oh, do I really have to do this? No! Son of a bitch. Nope. Come on. Alright, get out of here then. You bitch. Come on, where's the R? Fire. Oh, son of a. Grim. G-R-E-N. Shit. Oh, A. That's fine. Just need an N. Or an E. Did I say N? I need E. There. That was way easier than the other one. Jesus Christ. The other one was like...
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse. It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Oh, maybe that's where the little blue paper came from?
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but... the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Look at that.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
Or is it?
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
That makes sense.
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
I didn't even think about how we do that.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right.
No.
The canister wasn't thrown away. Then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
No. Hold on. We're not done yet.
You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
Yeah, there we go.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide. No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry. But I just realized it.
That one of us accidentally
Realized
killed him?
what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse,
Killed him.
the poison was deployed, and it converted to
That's-
poison gas and killed Nagito.
That's gay.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Yeah, technically one of them by
Hold on a
accident.
sec. The Nagito was... It would mean he didn't kill himself.
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Oh, this is
Do you
gay.
know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Yeah, confess. There it is.
I
Nagito.
see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
I see!
Monami.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Might be in
The
the
next
same
question
shot.
will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
So we could poison him.
I see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Oh my god.
Huh? Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Shit.
What? What the hell?
That's not even fair.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
So then I was right about him being dead before the
Because of
spear
that,
even fell.
Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
Yeah.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Oh my god.
Are you fucking serious?
Exactly.
That was his trap all along.
That's not even fair.
Even
Fuck
the wounds all over his
Nagito.
body.
What an
It was all to
asshole.
mess with the evidence for what actually happened.
For real?
His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end.
That is pretty extra.
However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you
It's just a
finally
prank,
taste
bro.
despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you.
Yeah,
As
I guess I'll die.
expected of Nagito.
Fucking Nagito.
It's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do? No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Look her through their
Really?
thing to fire at this?
Hey,
Maybe?
is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
What are you asking me for?
I got it. Let's do this then.
Oh, I'm doing this? What was inside his refrigerator? Right before switching the poison. Hold on. What was placed in the break room? Hold on. What is behind? Okay, this. His whole body wasn't tied up. he spoke the spear. Hold on. Oh. Oops. Oh, in order to hurt himself, he put the... Yeah. Nagito propped the knife. Okay, hold on. Into the warehouse. Inside a thrown fire grenade was the poison. What made the spear fall? That. Okay. That's creepy, like how they saying like they all did it. That was inside Nagito's refrigerator. No. Right before switching to poison. This place. No. His whole body. Oh, oops. Hold on. The killer was Chef of the Underworld? Yeah, bro. Performing switcheroos. Okay. There we go. Before switching to poison. It was placed in the break room. Hurt himself. Okay. Oh, oops. It's all coming together.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
Yeah, probably.
and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, He hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear.
He's fucking crazy.
His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Isn't that right?
In conclusion,
all of us.
The fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
He
How
did?
about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
Oh my god, I just figured it out. He's gonna rely on his luck, and the luck is gonna be the traitor. So we gotta figure out who the traitor
That feeling
is.
of belief is at the heart of his trick.
I just got
He
it.
believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
That has to be
What's
it.
wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
I see!
Yep.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah, that was his plan.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Yep.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
Yeah, it
just
does.
It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
No, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan.
Oh my god.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
Yep. See, I was right.
I mean,
He left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
he probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
The
I
traitor.
see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
So he's lying about that?
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
But if he just wanted
Leave
to
in the
out the
mail.
traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make
Epic.
that person the killer.
Yeah, he did. He's crazy.
Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
The only thing we can do is believe.
Yeah, he had to have.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
We don't know how to weed.
You are
about-
absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now. If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
There's no way.
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
What?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor?
Is it obvious? Is it her?
Hajime, please.
Why can't it be her? Or her? Her. Soda, right? Come on. It's gotta be. I don't even care. I'm going for it. Damn it. I tried. Alright, whatever. I guess... Why can't it just be Soda?
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please, hold
What's up,
on.
Ricky?
Ah, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
It is.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
What do I do?
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Oh. Okay, I didn't expect to do this.
Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along.
No. I keep forgetting the button for it.
First open and mix.
Oh, it's tab key to reload. Okay.
I can't lose. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
It is.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
Exposed.
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Oh. The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry. There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room. But the only one who knew that That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
But then nobody will be saved.
Still more to talk about?
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Nope. That's wrong.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Right. Yeah.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was me, when I tried to detonate it.
That's not it. That's not it. Sonya shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
I didn't even think about that.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami. I do not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonya.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor! Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Damn it.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Okay.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Oh.
Crap!
There was someone other than me and Monami who... That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Oh.
Crap!
Going
There was
too
someone
early.
other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about Monokuma. Probably told you
Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it! We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me. Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel. I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Fucking Nagito, man. What an asshole. God, now I don't even want to see this. This is bad. What? For real? I died like so many times. Can't we just pick Soda? He's so stupid.
Even so.
I don't want her to die for Hajime's case, 'cause I like him.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Damn it!
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is... I'm sorry. 'Cause... Well...
Why?
Well... I'm sorry. That is...
Yeah. Like... So...
Yes, indeed.
Huh?
What?
Are you serious?
Huh?
Nope. Well...
Chucky!
Perhaps...
Hey, come on now.
I can't lose! Hiya!
Huh?
I will no longer let you do as you please!
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together!
What? Self-destructive.
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died?
No,
I'm
no.
not dead. Whoa, a new one fucking came out. Oh, man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose!
Not yet. I'm not done yet. Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace!
Stop it, I say. I'm sorry. I lose. Forgive me.
They got Yamcha.
Hey, hey!
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. You don't stop right now. It's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you!
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I won't
students.
let you!
I will protect them with my life. Monami,
Hey, hey!
now then, how many of you are still here? You might as well all come out at once.
Ooh,
Ooh.
how exciting!
How many? Not that much. Just, I don't even know how you pronounce that. What's... I'm just gonna say infinity. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. That's... I don't even know what that is. 10... 60. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey, hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong!
What the? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing, Monami. Finish them off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma.
What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic.
Could it be?
Have you already tamed that much power?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be confused. Unless you mean magic in a technology sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey, hey.
What's going on? Tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something.
Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever,
There
it
we
doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong!
10 to the power of 60.
There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monomis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's just say you have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know?
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell's going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is the enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave the talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start.
Hold on. Just a little more. Just a little more time.
To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait.
But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Monomi too.
Huh?
Why even Monomi?
It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could kill that thing anytime I wanted, since she's not a student. And also, I don't really need anybody that will defy me anymore. So I remember. I'm an only child. An only child.
That is...
What? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
Guys,
I'm so
I'm sorry
sorry.
about
No.
so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter.
That's gay.
If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Fucking Pac-Man. Sonic, how the hell can you still like Nagito after that?
I don't believe it!
Good gracious! That was such a big surprise! As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during class trials, as did Nagito did too.
What?
I add extra words. And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't need to be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Does that mean... Now that annoying rabbit is gone as well, all of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present...
Yep! Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the end of the Killing Skull trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that?
Hmm?
What do you mean?
There are still 2 days left. If you were acted like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happened right away. You're right. Stop it! What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people, does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying in the end already, or no. That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Silly fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the World Ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
no.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourself just how messed up the new world is.
Hey.
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of that remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy the rest of your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Cause once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you.
We might as well continue. The fuck?
Hello there. See? Well? Yep. Perhaps.
Yeah, I figured we'd had one more trial.
Yeah.
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster. Oh, she does have him. See, I figured she did. And I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
Wait. Hold on. What's going on? Never mind. A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of causality. Causality, I forgot to say it. Guiding you.
Huh?
Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam. I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's just hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way you hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it. Just as Monokuma said.
Hey, hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer? And even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. This is weird. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope that I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside. Hey, get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took an action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... Yeah, that. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. And now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he was planning. By giving us information about that island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But he can only lead you to that unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is...
Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How do they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plans, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is a message found at Nezumi Castle.
Well,
Normally, you'd need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi. But that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess that's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. 11037.
Oh my god, it's Leon.
That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
please call me the ultimate hope.
Yeah, that is.
That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter the ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go.
What the? Shit, that scared the shit out of me. What the fuck is going on? Oh, it's playing the music from that game now.
Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you?
There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Master Fairy.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell?
Shut up.
Treat me like a kid?
This is your leader's order.
Believe in the hope that that lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order.
What?
What was that?
I told her that you'd only understand piggy talk. I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Password, please.
Yeah, I know. One 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future.
What is going on?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
I'm gonna need a big gulp.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
This is getting kind of weird. I kind of want to do another trial. I just kind of want to beat it right now.